Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining as I show you how to make an easy sweet potato pie. Of course, the recipe and the ingredients are in the description box below. Start off with 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. Make sure that you weigh these potatoes when you're at the grocery store. Don't try to guesstimate on what 2 pounds of potatoes is because every potato is different. You might have larger ones or smaller ones, and you really need to get the 2 pounds right. Rinse those off, cover them up, and roast them in the oven at about 425 degrees Fahrenheit until they are soft, which may take about an hour. Next, we're going to take 1 stick of unsalted butter, and we're going to put that on the stove, and we're going to brown this butter. Now look, I want you to kind of baby this. I want you to stand over top of the butter just because I don't want it to burn. I want it to brown, but I don't want it to burn. I want you to smell, use your senses and smell when the butter becomes fragrant. It's gonna have a nice like caramelly type smell, and you're gonna notice some brown specks at the bottom of your saucepan. I want you to pay close attention because you want to grab it before it burns, but you do want it to brown. Once you start to smell that lovely aroma, it's going to be like caramel, it's going to be kind of nutty, then you know to remove it from your saucepan. Put it in a different bowl so it can stop cooking in the saucepan and just put it to the side. Once your potatoes are soft, you're going to peel them and start blending them. We're going to add in 2 large eggs. And just give them a nice mix. To that, we're going to add in our granulated white sugar and our light brown sugar. Now you can add more of this if you want to. I don't like my pies overly sweet, but I know some people want their pies like so sweet that they have a headache. So you're gonna taste this mixture, toward the end, and you decide if you want to add more sugar or not. That's totally up to you. Now, baby, look. Here is the star of the show. Spiced Living's candy yam and sweet potato seasoning. Now if you don't have it, that's a shame, a sin and a shame, but you can also use nutmeg and cinnamon in its place. It won't taste as good, seriously, but hey, if you want to grab that, you can visit spicedliving.com to grab it. Next, we're also going to add in some pure vanilla extract and some freshly squeezed lemon juice. Don't take any shortcuts with this pure vanilla extract. Make sure it's pure and not imitation, all right? Because if your pie don't taste good, you're not going to be telling me that it's because of me. No, it's because you got the cheap stuff. Add in your browned butter. And I want you just to take a look at the brown butter, right? Now look, that's not like burntness. Those bits at the bottom, we want every single speck possible. So scrape, your bowl, whatever, you're using to hold your brown butter, and get all of that goodness into this mix. Trust me. Go ahead and give it another nice mix. We want everything to be well incorporated, and we want our batter to be very smooth. Next, we're going to add in some evaporated milk. Now, some people use heavy cream or plain milk for their pies, but I love the flavor and the texture that the evaporated milk gives. It's not too heavy. Next, we definitely have to add in some flour because we want to make sure that, we don't have a runny pie. It just will help it set nice and perfectly. So don't forget to add in your all-purpose flour. Make sure you get those sides incorporated pretty good as well. You don't want any loose ingredients, any kind of thick potato on the side, like something that just wasn't mixed in very well. So just make sure you get those sides so we can have the perfect mixture, and everything is nice and velvety and smooth. So yes, I'm using a frozen deep dish pie crust. The way my life is set up, that's just what I'm doing, all right? So if you want to make homemade, you can, but I'm using this one. I'm going to poke some holes in the bottom of this, and I'm going to blind bake it, which means I'm going to put it in the oven and kind of pre-bake the crust, just because I want to make sure that the bottom is nice and firm. I blind bake at 325 for about 10 to 15 minutes. Go ahead and pour your mixture in your crust. And some people like to protect their edges. This is a pie protector you can get from, pretty much any store. I'm not going to say where you can get it from. Just Google it. And you can protect those edges from getting really brown. Or you might just want your edges to get real brown. It's up to you. Or you can just use foil and protect your edges with some aluminum foil. This is ready to go in the oven, and I'm going to bake it for about an hour at 325 degrees. And voila, it is done, and it is gorgeous, and it tastes amazing. So thanks for watching, guys, and please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube for other videos. Peace.